What's going on, guys? KingSchratz here, back with a video on the channel. Today, welcome back to another episode of King's Unfiltered. I got Chinese food, but it's like the most bullshit Chinese food you'll ever see because, I don't know, I'm addicted, not addicted, but like, I just like eating like, you have a whoopee cushion. I've been craving like clean food, which is why yesterday I had like 6 pounds of like white rice and fish. So today I literally got green beans, and white meat chicken from the Chinese food place. I didn't even, by the way, this is probably good for anybody who, Dad, you're such a dickhead. You're,
This guy's a
how's my brown white?
brown wife?
I would like a brown
This
white.
guy's got a brown
I
wife!
would love a brown white.
Yeah, well, you know, me too, but where is she, man?
Nah, they don't exist. They only like you.
Oh, God, that's great. This guy says I got
For people who care about eating, like, you know, so you're eating healthy, you can do that at Chinese food places. So what I did was, I ordered chicken and green beans and rice. I got brown rice because I need the fiber so that I can poop. But, yeah, if you want to do that, just get the sauce on the side. Anything you order, if you ask them, they'll do it for you.
Doesn't do it for you, though.
No, not really.
No.
Not for you.
It doesn't do it.
So, this is like
It doesn't
dead ass.
do it for me,
Just
though.
straight up chicken. It's white meat chicken and chicken and green beans, which is in here, and brown rice, which apparently makes you weak. And then I'm just gonna season it and eat it like I normally would.
It does, though. A little bit.
No, it's fantastic.
No, it's
and
tasty
here's
great.
I got garlic sauce. It's on the side, so I'll add a little bit as I go. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're not going
Hey,
for
guys,
taste
we're
here.
not really going for taste. How'd you know I was going to say that?
Come on. I didn't get that. Fucking guy. Always. I know, guys. 30 years.
30 years, you know.
All right, so it's just literally, it's dead ass. It's a bunch of chicken, green beans, and that's it. I know it doesn't seem interesting, but I don't know. No, I've been craving it. Unseasoned as fuck, but you know, I got the seasoning. It's gonna take me a while to set up. You guys didn't hear this off camera. This is Tony Chachere's, or some people say Chacher's. Salt free. Go ahead, say something to you, bastard. I got pepper. This guy's such a dickhead. I'm not even saying anything. Why are you laughing?
Man.
And I got some Old Bay hot sauce, which is super fire.
Yo, Bay.
I wish.
Yeah.
I said I had this in the video yesterday, but this shit is like super fire. And to drink, I got a 2-liter Diet Coke, which I'm actually not drinking. I'm drinking water. Yeah, you guys wouldn't believe this shit, but I've been craving like just clean. I can't say it. Rest in peace. Food.
Rest in peace, bud.
Yeah. So, and then I got this garlic sauce. I don't know if I'm gonna use it, but I don't know. No one cares. You guys didn't notice, but off camera, he actually was pacing around because he wanted to eat his food, which he's still blocking, so you don't know what he's eating. Because he makes great content. If he only even like tried.
What? This is content.
So he said last time that everybody was complaining that he finished his food. I didn't say shit to him. He reads the comments.
So I waited.
He did. He waited. So, bravissimo. You
It
waited.
wasn't easy.
He waited. He wanted to talk about some hard-hitting beefs.
Yeah. We got the hard-hitting content, right? Right?
I waited all week to not say anything, and you said it
I beat you to it.
fucking right before.
Yeah.
So you know about the whole issue
Oh, yeah.
with Bishop Sycamore High School. Mm-hmm. Which still, to me, is the craziest thing I've seen all day.
Yep.
All week. No. I forgot who I messaged somebody like 3 o'clock in the morning because I had to tell somebody.
I know about it because I have a client. Kid loves to watch. He says to me, "Did you hear about this? You should talk about this." So he's gonna love that. And
Like-
I said, I guarantee it's gonna come up. I knew you were gonna know about it.
I
had
heard
a
about it the
feeling
same
you-
night.
Yeah.
I was watching that
That's
game.
crazy. How is that possible?
Okay.
Think about that.
No. I played football since I was 5, all the way through college. I've seen some pretty crazy shit.
I know.
I've never in my entire football life witnessed something as crazy as this. Bishop Sycamore was a made-up high school in Ohio.
Wait a minute. That sentence right there.
Yes.
How do you make up a high school? Isn't there like guidelines?
Their coach, it's like it was a scam artist.
Good for him. He was like, Dave, we're gonna come up with a high school, Dave. Yeah.
And they used it to get money. They were like getting donations. So,
God bless.
not only were they playing students that were already out and graduated, and like basically like junior college, like dropouts. So they were playing kids that were ineligible for high school football.
Like what? Like 20 years old?
Yeah, bro. Like 19, 20-year-old kids. It's crazy when you say this shit out loud because it's unbelievable that they actually got away with this. So I pulled up, I saw some tweets. It was actually screenshotted for this very reason. Here's a tweet from Bleacher Report. Bishop Sycamore reportedly lied to ESPN to play on national television on Sunday. So this was this past Sunday. The school claimed it had multiple Division I prospects. It had 0. Reportedly played 2 games in 3 days. They played a game on Friday and then on Sunday.
But wait, did they win?
No. Neither of them.
Well, score.
They said...
No?
Let me go. Not affiliated with the Ohio High School Association. So they said they were a part of like the high school of Ohio's like, governing body. They weren't. They played IMG. Now, I know you're not familiar with high school football. IMG is like one of the premier high schools in the country. They're ranked number 1 in the country. They have like 10 kids that are going to like Alabama, Oklahoma, Florida. You get the idea. So these 17, 18-year-old kids from IMG Academy played Bishop Sycamore High School. They won 58-0. Not only that, but Bishop Sycamore played a game 3 days beforehand on Friday, which they lost like 42-7. And they're
phenomenal.
Even worse. There's video and footage.
Wait, so how did they catch on though? Like what happened? They were like, listen.
During the actual broadcast when ESPN was playing, the announcers were like, listen, we tried to vet these guys. I don't know who they are. I don't know why they're playing this game. This is unfair. Someone's going to get hurt. I'm not joking. There's video of it. Here's an article from Texas Football. The listed address of Bishop Sycamore is a duplex. The other address listed on their accounts lists the Franklin University Library building as an address. They were like greasing the system. So they tricked ESPN into playing on a game of national television. And this is the bullet points. There has allegedly never been a Bishop Sycamore.
Where'd they come up with the name? Because that's what it is. I'm telling you.
Good.
God, the Sycamore, bro. It holds a lot of weight.
They played 2 games in 3 days. Their head coach has an active arrest warrant. Most of the players are junior college dropouts who are nowhere near high school age. And they got waxed on national television.
All right. But real quick. What was the point? Like, what did they try to get out of this?
They said they were a charter school. People have to pay.
So it was a scam to generate money.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Well, that's a new one.
I mean, there's been a lot of crazy stuff this week anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you hear about this? Did you hear about the new American Horror Story? Don't do it.
Did you listen to Kanye West's new album?
No, but he's got like 90 songs on it, right?
27.
Yeah. I heard it's good.
I hated it.
Yeah? I didn't hear one song.
I listened to it one time. I fast forwarded through the whole thing.
What's it called? Donda?
It's his mom's name.
Oh, it is?
Donda is his mom who passed away.
Oh.
I like Kanye West. I did not like that album. I didn't like it at all. Like, I've been posting stuff on my stories because obviously I'm a big fan of Kanye West. I'm a big fan of Drake's as well. And they kind of had this thing, which I think they were doing for marketing. So
they were like beefing, right?
Yeah, but it's fake. I don't think they really dislike each other that much. So Kanye West finally came out with his album. And everybody was like, okay, this is going to be better than Drake's album, blah, blah, blah. So of course I listened to it. I'm not joking with you. I fast forwarded through every song. I didn't like any song.
Well, new Kanye is not really good.
That's my point. I love Kanye West, but the direction that he's gone in his career now, I don't like the sound. Like, I respect the fact that he's tried to evolve, he's tried new stuff. I mess with that. But I'm not listening to it. I'm not playing that shit in the car. Yeah. There's too much, like, gospel and, like, church stuff.
I
and,
like gospel.
Oh, you will.
I really do love gospel. I gotta give it a listen. I'll probably like it. I'm weird like that.
I love Drake's album.
I didn't hear that either. What's his called? There's like pregnant girls everywhere or something, right?
It's called Certified Loverboy.
Oh, typical.
Yes, but that's what I expect from Drake. Drake did, and the thing about Drake didn't go away from the assignment. You know what you're getting. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't do anything that I'm like, oh wow, that's different. It's a Drake album. Like, it's got a bunch of shit on it that I like listening to, and I can vibe to.
Kanye's like,
how are you not gonna eat that?
You like that?
The vegetables?
I love the vegetables. I just don't like celery.
Nah, it's onions. Put too much onions in the sauce.
No, that's not an onion. I don't know what that is.
That's an onion.
I don't know about that. Because I like onions.
That's an onion.
So be it. God bless. Do it.
No, all that fucking sauce on there, I couldn't do it, but...
I like broccoli, I like carrots, I like the water chestnuts. The celery.
I hate water chestnuts.
And I love water chestnuts. Mushrooms, forget about it.
To me, like...
Whatever that stuff is, no good.
So who's a better artist? Drake or Kanye? Wow. That's tough, because you're talking about two of the best to ever do it.
You're talking...
In the last decade or two.
It's very tough. If you're asking me...
Yeah, who's better, Drake or Kanye?
My opinion is Drake. But it's not an easy... And the only reason why I say that is because I go out of my way to listen to more Drake than I do Kanye.
You just answered why I would say Drake.
Yeah. But like early Kanye is...
Kanye West's first two albums, College Dropout, Late Registration. Two of my favorite albums ever. Mm-hmm. Like, of anything that anyone's ever put out. The problem is, and a lot of people don't like Drake. Like, for whatever reason. For me...
How do you not like Drake, though? Like, if you like rap music and hip-hop, how do you not like Drake? What's the beef?
A lot of people don't like him, though.
Really?
Like, I can't answer that because I do like him. I feel like a lot of people, when it comes to music, especially hip-hop more than any other, it's like people care more about the image of somebody than, like, the music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, like, for example...
I'm a victim of that, though.
I'm not, bro. I don't care, because and you know this phrase, so I'm going to say the phrase, and I'm not saying you're doing it, but people use it all the time. There's too much dick riding. Like, a lot of people will say that they don't like, okay, I'll put a perfect example. 6ix9ine. Mm-hmm. Do you like him?
No.
You never liked anything he made?
Maybe one song.
The man had hits.
Yeah,
there's no
I don't
denying
automatically
that.
like him, though, because of that.
I'm not, but my point is this. I don't care who he is as a person. I'm only talking about the music he put out.
No. All right, so let me explain where I'm coming from. You know how I always tell you...
I need a fucking spoon, Bob. Okay.
I don't care what somebody believes in.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying. I have to be sold on you. Your whole thing.
Okay, I don't care about that. I get it.
Like, when Nelly raps, I can't do it.
Man,
I love a lot of his music. But when I see him, like, do the thing, it's like, I'm not believing him. I can't explain
What is there to believe?
Like, I don't know. He's not what it is with that.
What does that mean? Why would you think that?
He should have, like, when he does the Kelly Rowland stuff, that's more of what I feel like Nelly is. It's just my opinion.
So you're talking more like the Fabulous Ja Rule niche.
Yeah, like, he fits more there.
Like thug love songs.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well said. Yeah.
That's what it is.
He's not like a rapper like that. You know?
Okay, so
He's not going down, baby. He's just not doing it.
You didn't like the song Ride With Me?
Sing it.
You just heard it.
Ride With Me?
Yes.
How did you...
If you want to go and take a ride.
Oh, yeah, good song. But, see, it was fun. He wasn't, like, trying to be something he's not.
So you think he was trying to be tough when he made Country Grammar?
Yeah,
You think he was trying to be tough? I'm going down, down, babe. What?
Maybe not that one, but you know, he's got like, he was a shortstop. Come on, you know?
That was a good song. He wasn't trying to be tough on that though. I think Nelly has never tried to be tough.
Not tough, but he tried to have that persona, you know?
Of what? Nelly?
Yeah.
Nelly was always about having a good time. EI?
And then he was like somewhere along the lines like took juice. I don't know.
That was way on the line.
Yeah.
When he got swole.
There you go.
So? 50 Cent, dude.
Yeah, but 50 was believable doing it. He wasn't. There's no comparison between Nelly and 50 with that. Like 50 actually sold like drugs.
Nelly has never claimed to sell drugs though. He's never talked about selling drugs in any of his songs.
I understand that. But
that's the same thing as Drake. A lot of people get mad about who Drake is, but Drake has never tried to be tough. Has he said some questionable lines?
A lot. Yes.
But he's never
Drake
said...
is very questionable.
Usually when he says stuff, he says he'll get someone else to do it for him.
Yeah.
He's never claimed to be a thug, though. I feel like people fall in love with the image of a rapper more than, like, the music. Like, I don't care. You know how, like, people get mad about Rick Ross because they say that he was, like, a correctional officer?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. What the fuck do I care?
I know.
Because I'm not gonna like go hang out. I just care about the music, and that's just like the 6ix9ine thing. People, oh, he's a snitch. Yes, he is.
Yeah, I didn't care about any of that stuff.
The man had hits, bro. Like, there's no denying that.
I mean their image in relation to their music. Some people just to me, Nelly is very few and far between for me. I'm not believing him. I can't explain it. Even though he had great music, I wasn't believing his whole, you know, thing.
What thing?
I don't know.
Bro, Nelly had hits.
And I'm not hating. I like Nelly, but I didn't believe him.
But what you're saying is what a lot of people say about Drake.
Well, Drake, I don't even know.
He tries too hard.
Honestly, I don't even know what Drake is, so I can't even speak on Drake. All I know is that the guy makes hits.
Listen.
Drake is an anomaly to me.
Give me how many artists can say, legitimately. To me, when it's all said and done, Drake's gonna be one of the best who's ever done it, bro. Like, people can say what they want to. How many albums did Drake put out? 7?
They're all good.
Drake came out like 2009, 2010, somewhere around there. I first heard Drake in 2008 on a mixtape. It was a Lil Wayne mixtape.
Yeah.
It's 2021. We're about to be in 2022. People can deny what he's still, whether you hate him or not, at the top of the game. He's been at the top for 14 years, 13 years, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That's unheard of, bro.
Well, I'll level you. I don't really know that many people personally that don't like Drake. So I don't know who you're referring to. Like,
I've heard people over that definitely have.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, I can't stand him, blah, blah, blah. But it's the same thing. I start putting on Drake songs, no words. I feel like people, like, fall in love with trends. I like, if people want to tell me they like Donda, Kanye's album, then I'm not telling you not to, but I feel like a lot of people, I mean, people were like, yo, Donda's one of the best albums I've ever heard. This shit was out for like an hour. Like, it's like 3 hours of music, bro. How you gonna tell me that?
Why would you think that?
How did you get that much rice? Oh, it's a large.
That's what I'm saying here.
No, I got more.
I got about 3 pounds of rice over here.
No, I still got plenty more. There we go.
It's beautiful. But, I'm just saying.
I told you, I'm like on this binge now. Like, I'm like craving just like straight up like chicken, rice. Like, I don't know why.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but I haven't craved food like this in probably since like 2012, like for real. Where I'm just back on it. I don't know why. Like, your string beans right now? I'm eating chicken, string beans, and brown rice. Happily. And I've been craving it all day. But I don't get how people don't like even Nelly, bro. Like, what did Nelly do to anybody to be like, I can't stand
I don't know, but I don't really hear people saying that about Nelly. I feel like I'm kind of alone with that.
Nelly? Because I feel like there's certain people that it's how do you dislike them?
I can't explain it.
I can understand why people
vibe.
But I can understand why people don't like 6ix9ine. And it has nothing to do with the whole snitching thing. His
6'9", I'm gonna level with you. I don't feel either way about the guy. He came and went as so fast. I don't even know what he did.
Man had hits.
He said he screamed stupid and that was it. Right? Like, what did he really do?
The man had
How many
hits.
songs does he have? 6 or 9? I mean, I don't. I don't even know what color he is.
Rainbow.
There you go. I don't know.
I respect what he attempted to do. I feel like a lot of people in his position would have done the exact same thing that he did. And there's like all these people out here.
The guy came in, made songs, ratted, and that was it.
Yeah, he made a bag doing it. And was at the top of the game. He was the hottest rapper for like 2 years, bro.
Well,
There's no denying that.
Correct. I mean, I guess according to the
Billboard, stupid.
Billboard, right. But, no.
You understand that a man with rainbow hair
Right.
who claimed to be a thug, which I never believed, was at the top of the rap game for 2 years.
There you go. So there you go.
To me, that says something, though.
Yeah. It says, what happened?
The man had hits.
The guy would get destroyed in a freestyle battle.
He can't freestyle.
No.
But he openly admitted that he can't rap.
Oh, that's fine. But I mean, like I was saying earlier, you have artists, and then you have people that make good music. Two different things.
I will agree with you to a certain extent.
He had a good producer.
I will agree, because there's plenty of good battle rappers that weren't good artists.
Right.
I'm talking about hip-hop, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's, to me, that's like saying that Whitney, no, I can't say Whitney Houston because she's one of the best ever did it. But like Janet Jackson, for example. Mm-hmm. That's like saying Janet Jackson wasn't a great artist. Because she would never wow you with her vocals. She couldn't really sing like that. Like, not that her voice sounded bad, but she wasn't finna go on stage like Whitney Houston and hit 77,000 notes in one. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you're agreeing with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't think that's a bad thing or a good thing. Yes.
No, I'm not saying bad, but it's just what the
I
reality.
can name 50 rappers that could, like, over the years, especially in the early 2000s, so like when mixtapes and freestyling was the thing, there was plenty artists like that could rap, but they couldn't make music.
Right.
They couldn't make albums.
Now, why is that?
Because the album is different.
That's right.
When you're talking about like making songs, subject matter, albums that can tie together themes.
Lil C's made good songs.
And was a great ghostwriter for a lot of people.
Right. But, you didn't go out and rush. Lil C's wasn't the top of the billboards. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a rapper.
But, like, I'm talking about, like, Papoose.
I like Papoose, you don't.
I like Papoose. Can
you
rap.
like Papoose?
He can rap. Mm-hmm. He ain't a music. He can't make, like, hits. He's not that kind of rapper. Because he's a lyricist. Lyricists don't sell records. You know that. Like, think about some of these rappers, like Future. Future can't rap. You never heard Future bar and be like, oh yeah, no, look what he just said.
Future can rap.
Stop. I love Future. You know I love Future. Future is the GOAT. Future is the king of toxic masculinity.
But he makes hits.
I love Future.
Right.
He can't rap, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
But he makes hits.
Of course.
Right.
But 6ix9ine can't rap. The man had hits. There's not too many artists that can flat out rap but had hits.
To me, that's what makes you a true artist.
The artists I'm about to name are considered some of the best who've ever done it. Eminem can rap and make hits.
And make hits.
Lil Wayne can rap and make hits.
Exactly. Which is the conversation we had prior. Right?
Yes.
That's where when both align, that's when you crack that top 10.
Some of the hottest songs, think about like Juvenile.
Yep.
I love Juvie. Juvenile can't rap.
Come on.
Name one Juvenile.
He makes good music, though, right?
Yeah, oh my God, I love Juvie.
Yeah.
Juvie had hits, bro. People forget. This is one thing people don't forget. Cash Money Records. Original Cash Money. Was the Big Timers, Manny Fresh, Birdman. Mm-hmm. The Hot Boys. BG, Juvenile, Lil Wayne, and Lil Turk. Right? Those are the original. They started adding members after that, but those were like the ones everybody knew. Right? Cash Money Records taking over for the 9-9. The hottest rapper in Cash Money was not Lil Wayne, it was Juvenile. The biggest hit Cash Money ever made was Back That Ass Up. To this day, that shit still gets played in the club.
Massive.
That was Juvenile song. Gotta get broken.
Get a napkin.
That's me.
Blackened?
People forget that. That was Juvie. Like, bling bling.
Silk the Shocker?
I swear to God, I had a conversation about Silk the Shocker the other day.
Of course I
Bro,
did.
nah. Nope. Nobody was popping like No Limit in 98, 97. I remember because we were, obviously we were little ass kids, but I had like the bicycle.
I didn't.
No, you didn't. I remember going to Bradley's. Remember Bradley's?
Is that Bradley's?
I went to Bradley's to get the Silk the Shocker CD, bro.
Yeah.
I remember that. They almost didn't sell it to me because I was like 6. they wouldn't sell me just because I was like a kid.
Yeah.
And you couldn't get it. People forget how hot Make Them Say On a cat like the
What about Silk the Shocker and Maya?
Yeah. That was
in
a song.
front of that locker.
Moving On. That was the song. That was what it was called. I remember that. You know how I remember that song? It's a true story. One of the lyrics in the song that Maya said, because I didn't get it back then. She said, "Whose drawers are these? You know I wear a size 4."
Uh-huh. See, even then, somebody was fooling around.
Yeah, but I didn't know shit about what a size 4 was back then.
No?
You think she really wore a size 4 though? She looked like more than a size.
Petite, yeah. She was more petite than.
I feel like
that's why she was wondering who wear. Oh, she said,
I wear a size.
She's not wearing a size 4. If she is, God bless.
Nah, that had to be like a 2.
Yeah, that was a 2, yeah.
I don't even want to go into
100%
that.
she's wearing a 2.
I don't even want to go into that. Somebody won't think I'm nasty. I'm not from the same.
No, it's beautiful. She should be a size 8. That's neither here nor there.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to alienate anybody because
No aliens.
because I'm a firm believer in the older you get,
The bigger they get.
the
The more it expands.
the more you like it.
Yeah.
Because when I was 18,
Because it speaks to you.
but when I was 18, there was no way I would talk to somebody who was like.
I know, because it's different times.
But I don't understand why. Why is it when
We go over this all the time.
I don't understand that. I genuinely don't. Like, there's some that are like Gennaro, right?
Yeah, well.
And then, but, like, if I was 8, I would not.
How is there nothing good with that, but the whole thing is...
The total package is no package.
How is... You want to talk about understanding something?
I try not to.
No, but really, break it. How?
Okay. I think sometimes...
I'm at a loss. Really.
I think sometimes with attraction, the things that you don't like, something might be so overriding that you're willing. It's the same reason why people run past red flags. Like, how many times have you been with a girl you know is not good for you? Like, you meet her and you're like,
No, it's good for you.
You get what I'm saying.
No, but that's all that... That's all that...
I think I said this in a video the other day. I truly believe that when you actually like somebody, it makes you stupid. You become a moron. Like, it overrides your life.
We're going to get into this?
Because this is what it is.
Listen.
That's what that is.
Would you cut it out? You know what it is. You don't become anything. You're doing it for you know what.
No.
Well.
You don't date people for you know what. At least I don't.
No. It's the double whammy, man. It's the combo. When you put that face with that, it's over. It's said in music. It's said everywhere. It's a bad combo. And then if they're cool, forget it. It's got nothing to do with being stupid.
Women do it too, though. Yeah, you do it too.
You would do it. Look, you know what? Look, for 58,000, you would do it too.
Women do it though.
You know what? Do what?
Women will ignore red flags on the guy that they know they should not be talking to and run through every red flag until it goes to shit.
Sure, because you're like living in the moment. You know?
Yeah, but moments don't last.
It's good.
Moments don't last 3 years though.
Sure, absolutely. But you're talking about being rational.
But that's what I'm trying to explain. That's what I'm trying to dissect. I think that when you...
I got the answer for you. You want the answer? I got it. When you're with somebody, guy or girl, it involves what? Emotions. When you lead with emotions, you can throw logic right out the window. Because you can't have both. You can't be logical about your emotions. Logical is numbers, analytics. Emotions, that's what emotions are. Forget it.
So you've never logically made an emotional decision? Or vice versa?
Well, I have to think about it, but it's very difficult to do so.
I have.
How do you logically make an emotional decision?
It's tough.
It's tough, right? I'm not right. Salute. You factor in the, and then you go with the, you know, if she's got a good personality, whatever the case, you know, you're gonna look the other way on some things because your emotion takes over, and you're like, well, this is.
I'm telling, and that's what I'm literally saying the same thing in a different manner. When you really like somebody, it makes you stupid. It makes you dumb.
I don't think it's stupidity.
It is dumb. Because you're throwing logic out the window for emotion. That's stupid.
Well, it's human nature. The alternative would be a robot.
Also, the older you get, the more that bar goes in the other
Well,
direction.
of course, because you're also stuck in your ways as you get older. It's very hard. You get to know yourself better. Remember, every year is a year that you know yourself better, yeah?
Which is why, to me, the older you get, the more you don't allow yourself to make emotional decisions.
Some people, but then there's other people that they just keep...
Some people age faster or slower than
right
people.
back in the same trap.
Of course.
Right?
Some people age slower or faster than somebody else.
Right.
It's not like 100%. There's no like, okay, when you're 26.
Correct.
No. But
everybody gains wisdom differently.
it's the same thing I talked about. Like, we had a conversation last week about single moms. Like, why it's tougher to date a single mom because they'll hit the eject button a lot faster on you. Because they almost have a clear-cut idea of what they're looking for. And if something resembles something they don't like, they're gone. They don't have the same amount of, like, love to give. So if you're talking to a guy in their 30s, I think a lot of times, like, they're quicker to dip out on somebody in your 30s.
Well, they have a lot more to lose as well.
You're smarter, though, because you've seen it. Like, when you've seen a movie 10 times, you know how it's going to end. So, like, you're
Correct.
right.
But I also think they have more, I hate to say the kid is baggage, but they have more...
Of course, it is baggage.
...to lose. So, not only think for themselves, but another person. How many times, you know...
I'm talking about men now, though.
Men that have a kid?
Forget the kid. There was an interesting point that somebody brought up. It was on TikTok. TikTok is like one of the weirdest things ever because I can't stand it, but it's so like correct with a lot of things. And the first thing that they said, and I found this very true, and I'm gonna piss off a lot of women especially, because it flips. But this is what they said, and I'll break it into two. So the first thing they said, women sleep with who they want. And men sleep with who they can.
I knew you were going to say that.
Is that true or false?
For the most part, yes.
It's true. Why is that true? I agree with you. It is true. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, it's hard to explain.
Women sleep with who they want. Men sleep with who they can.
I don't know, because there's a lot of women out there
that
I know firsthand, they can't get any guy they want. No way.
But then they'd rather not sleep with anyone.
Fine.
Again.
But they're not getting what they want either.
But they won't sleep with.
Yeah, it's tough. I know. I get it. But
that's
why I said the majority of women can't.
I'll put it this way. Any woman with social media, any social media outlet they have, there's dudes in their DMs. I don't care who you are. If you have Instagram, there are dudes in your DMs. I don't even care if your profile is private. There's still dudes in your DMs.
Okay.
So, can you say the same thing about men? Every guy that has social media, is there women hitting them up in their DMs?
No.
No.
Well, first of all, women think everything is cake. Their crap is cake anyway.
You're bringing me back to my original point.
Yeah.
And I will never forget this. One of my clients, she had a dating app, right? And she was telling me about it because she had it for maybe like a week. And she was like, I'm just looking to kind of find someone and go on a date with us. Oh, that's good. Like, no, like, is it like, how's it going? She said, honestly, there's no one. Like, she said it this way. She was like, nobody likes me. That's what she said. So I said, like, no one likes you? Like, not one person's trying to talk to you? She's like, no. I said, give me your phone. So she takes her phone out, she opens up the app. She had 400 plus likes. 400 plus men trying to talk to her. She said no one tried to talk to her. Why? Because she didn't want any of them.
Well, in the grand scheme, 400 out of 7.5 billion is not that great.
It's not the point. You're right.
What is it?
I mean, I don't. Okay, but that's the same thing. There's still 3 billion people who don't know who LeBron James is. Probably 2 billion, but still, you get what I'm saying. Like,
Sure.
why am I picking at stuff?
I
But
get it. You're packing it on.
well, I'm not. But
No, come on. You better be 300 by.
no, hell no. But she had 400 plus guys in a week trying to talk to her.
That's why it's not a numbers game, though. You gotta.
It is a numbers game.
No, it's not.
You don't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
No, you don't.
Sure. Just because 400 guys were in her thing, what does that have to do with
She
anything?
said no one likes me. How can you say no one?
That's on her.
No. The point is,
None of them were something she liked.
yes.
Correct. That's why. It's not.
Conversely, as a man, if you had 400 women trying to talk to you in a week, you're like literally LeBron James or Tom Brady or someone famous, Drake.
Is that so?
Yes. I don't care who you are. You are a regular, schmegular, degular guy. You do not have 400 women trying to talk to you in a week. Never. And no one. I don't care how good looking you are. Doesn't matter.
Well, what does that prove?
That she even
It just proves that guys
if she wanted to hook up with someone, she could in 10 minutes.
But she's not looking to hook up with somebody.
Yes, she was.
You said she's looking to find somebody that.
My whole point was, okay, again, men sleep with who they can, and women sleep with who they want. If a woman, any woman, wants to sleep with someone, she can have a guy at her house willing and ready to go in an hour. Period. I don't care what you look like.
But what is? It's not really proving anything.
Who they want. Meaning you could if you wanted to, but you don't want any of them. So you're waiting on the person you want. As a guy, most guys are just looking for anyone. If a guy had 10 likes in a week, he'd sleep with 6 of them. Most of them. Not every guy. I'm not saying every guy's like, but for the most part, I bring that up to every person I could. If you took 10 people, so if I'm a woman, I don't care what I look like. People love to grade women on a scale. I don't really like that because like scales are subjective. It depends on what person likes. But if you're a woman, I don't care, societally speaking, how pretty that people think you are. Any woman, if any woman walked up to 10 guys, even if she was hideous, half of them would say yes still. If a woman walked up to a guy and said, hey, listen, I'd like to have sex with you, no strings attached.
I think drunk, yes, not sober.
I don't give a fuck. Sober, drunk, doesn't matter.
Yeah?
Yes! You're thinking like yourself. I'm thinking like the average
Well,
male.
I'm trying to think like.
The average male. You've seen some of the people that we know's work. It don't matter. They will have... Okay, I'll put it this way, just to make it fair. Any woman in the world asks 10 random guys to sleep with, will she find one person to say yes? Out of 10. You really have to think about this.
I mean,
I don't
I'm giving it a good college try here.
Any woman asks 10 random guys, hey, listen, I am dead serious right now. I want to have no strings attached hookup. You think that any woman would have a 0? The bagel? Anyone. Anyone.
I could think of about 3 women that would have a 0.
To you. Absolutely fucking
other
not.
guys.
Absolutely fucking
Well,
not.
I need faces here. I
don't get, because you're thinking like, but you're thinking subjectively like you now if you say you
Well,
need
how
a face.
can I answer?
Because
I don't know what anybody's gonna think.
Out of 10 guys, if we pick 10 guys with a hat right now, one of them will sleep with anybody. Anybody. They don't care.
Just based on odds.
They don't care.
Okay.
There's not many women out there who will sleep with anybody. Anybody. We know dudes, and I know you. There are men out there who will sleep with anyone. If you have a pulse, they'll sleep with you.
So now you're saying women have standards.
Men, because it's a different set of standards. Women sleep with who they want. Men sleep with who they can.
I don't know.
If you are a man who's higher up on the food chain, your scale of what you're gonna be like sleep with is not the same as some guys here that we know. Yeah, we'll sleep with anybody. Anybody.
But he's alright. But so I'm legitimately asking: is he the norm? So you're saying he's the norm?
Yeah.
Is that so? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Absolutely. I
What
know
gives you
because
that impression?
that's what I see around.
Yeah, but you're also not a woman.
What the hell's have to do with anything?
So how do you know what other guys are getting? So there's some guys out there that are pulling stuff somehow.
It's not the fucking point. You're still missing the point.
What's the point?
There are not that many women out there that will sleep with anyone with a pulse. Unless they're under dire circumstances. Because a woman can
be sleeping with somebody here.
Why do you have to do this?
Because I'm the devil's advocate.
It's not a devil's advocate. You just say shit sometimes and I talk to you in circles. There are not many women out there who sleep with fucking anyone. Anyone! They will look Ew. A woman will be like, listen, I really...
Yeah, that's what they're saying. How do you know what they're really doing?
Because they'll still find someone they want. They won't be like, you'll do, because there's not that many women out there who can't find a guy that if they just want physical stuff, you'll find somebody in a night. No woman alive would walk into a bar and strike out if they asked every guy to sleep with them. None. Zero. Nada. Zilch. Don't care. I don't care. You could be 3'1" to 8'3" to 1 pound to 400 pounds to having all your teeth to no teeth. Someone's gonna sleep with you.
They're also drunk.
Why are there? I don't give a fuck. Why are there more male Johns, people who sleep with prostitutes? How come women don't sleep with hookers like men do? Like, there's a reason. Like, why are there? I know that there are like strip clubs for women. There are male strippers, but few and far between compared to men. Every woman I have ever talked to who has had a dating app has never, ever, ever had less than 100 likes in a week. Ever. I have, you know how many guys, I can count on one hand the amount of men, because I speak to a lot of guys about this kind of shit, that have had dating apps, that have had more than 10 likes in a week. Do you understand that? Like, that's the truth, bro. I'm not making that up. Women go on dating apps, and I use dating apps as the norm because in the last year, I've talked to a lot of people who've had them because it's been like the norm for dating, right? It's just, that's what everybody uses. So women will go on dating apps and be like, oh, I hate it. Why? Because all the guys on there are creepy. Men go on there and say, oh, I hate it. Why? Because no woman talks to me. That's the difference. Women go on there and they're like, oh my God, these guys are so weird. But there's someone talking to you. So a man is on there just desperate as fuck. So anybody who talks to you, you turn into a moron. But here's the funny part. And here's the screwed up part. And women, this is the part that women are gonna get mad about. Men marry who they want and women marry who they can. It turns on its head as you get older. Tell me I'm wrong.
I can't, it's hard for me to speak on any of this because I don't do dating sites.
I'm not talking, neither do I, that's not the point. The point is not nothing to do with, neither am I.
So how do you know this?
Because all you have, like, do you not observe shit?
That's all I do.
This is the truth, and this is as crazy as it finds. If a woman wants a physical connection with somebody, she can find it in 10 minutes. If a woman wants a boyfriend, it's gonna take a while. Because they can't just, like, I don't care how pretty you are. Like, if you're looking for a boyfriend, it's a whole different ballgame now. You just open up an entire, I need more rice. An entire, like, can of worms that you never thought about. Because there's a difference. So a lot of times, women tend to have their fun in their 20s because they're, you know, physically attractive and a lot of men want to talk to them and yada, yada, yada. But then they turn 30 and all of a sudden, the amount of bachelors that are there are less. The amount of, because most men that are still, if you're a bachelor in your 20s, your 30s, I mean, you probably spent your 20s just grinding, getting your dollars up, making yourself like more eligible. And women look differently at a husband than a man looks for a wife, because women look for somebody who can provide. So now you're just going it down. You know, women, like, again, stereotypically have more of an attitude of like, if I'm gonna marry somebody, like, what can they do for me? Like, what can they provide for me? You know, I'm glad that like gender roles are kind of changing with that kind of stuff, but that's usually how it goes. Most women will not date a guy who has no job, no money, no car, no, like, most men don't give a shit. We don't care.
But that's how it should be, right?
To you. I don't think so. I know we have different views when it comes to dating. I'm not gonna date a bum. Fuck no. I'm not gonna date a girl with no job, no car, no money. Hell no. I wouldn't. I'm not here to be your provider. I'm not here for that. You know that. I'm not like that. This is the land of, this is a whole different ballgame to me. Like, to me, if you're a woman and I'm talking to you and I just meet you and you're like, what do you do for a living? And you start asking me questions like, do you live with your parents? Blah, blah, blah. And then I turn around and ask you the same questions because I don't live with my parents, right? I have a job. I have my own businesses. I'm not saying I'm rich, but I'm okay, right? So if I ask you the same question and you're like, oh, nah, I'm in between jobs. The fuck do I want to date you for? What, I'm trying to save you? You would date a girl with no job at this point in your life? Like, really? I answered your question. I Denzel'd you. No way. I'm not dating a girl with no job, bro. No way. No. How can you ask me to not be a bum if you're a bum? That don't make sense to me. I'm not here to save you. I don't need you to have some crazy job. I don't need you to be making, 6 figures and shit like that. But I need you to, like, have some sort of fucking stability.
I don't know. It's tough. It's tough because it goes against everything in my mind that it should be. But today you have to have a job. Not many girls don't work today.
I would never date a girl that doesn't have a job. Unless you were like a student or some shit like that. Like say you went back to school in your 30s or some shit, or like your 20s.
That's why it's twisted today. Because for me, girl in a workplace, not good.
Again, this goes back to your own stuff though.
Yeah.
Because
right.
Same shit I say all the time. The way that I'm not trying to pick on you, but you're the only person here. The way that you think, you're okay with providing, right? You're okay with doing what you gotta do, being the breadwinner and shit like that, right?
I like people holding up their end of the bargain.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
What do you mean by holding up your end of the bargain? As a woman, I know what it means.
Yeah.
Say it out loud. As a woman, what is a woman holding up her end of the bargain? Your end, which you already stated, you're the breadwinner, you're the provider. She didn't have to worry about any of that, right? I got you. You want something? It's yours. As long as you hold up your end of the bargain, right?
Correct.
What is their end of the bargain?
Well, if you're going to be with a woman and get married, you would hope to start a family. So,
Bearing children.
number one.
Okay.
Making sure things are okay in the house, no matter what house you live in. Whether you own a home, you rent a home, that's the key, yeah?
So she doesn't work. Cooking, cleaning, taking
That would be
care of the kids.
ideal.
Yeah. I'm not telling you you're wrong.
Yeah, no, that would be ideal. Because and then you come home, you eat dinner together as a family. Kids, no kids.
Nothing.
Very old school.
Nothing you said I've disagreed with.
Right.
Nothing. I don't disagree with anything you just said.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. A lot of women these days have what I call selective chivalry. Everything you said sounds great to them. Now the issue comes because they still want to be independent. What you're saying, that's not an option.
What do you mean by independent?
They want to be able to do what they want to. You don't own them. Case in point. Your wife, the mother of your children, the person that you're in love with, and you break your back working for, right? You work 60 hours a week. You bring home, she never has to worry about if she wants to buy a new car, handbag, you got it. So let's just say one weekend, she says, hey babe, me and the girls are going to Atlantic City. Is she going? Without you?
No.
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 Most women are
But
not.
again, if you're going to marry somebody, you should know that that's not what they're going to do.
Most women, girlfriend, wife, whatever, is not putting up with that.
Well, that's why you don't get married.
I agree with you.
So
I have had many a relationship in my life since I've started dating get ruined for that very scenario. Because to me, I don't disagree with you. We're coming from a different place, but I agree with that. When you're married to somebody, you move differently. Because I wouldn't go to Vegas, right? I wouldn't go to Atlantic City. I wouldn't go to Miami. Like, why would I want to go to Miami with my, like, I want you to worry about me all weekend? Like, what's in Miami? What's in, you know what I mean?
you know what's in Miami.
Yes, but a lot of people will tell you, for the way that you think, I've seen this, that you're controlling.
That's fine.
I don't think you're controlling. Because
No, I understand, but,
I think controlling is if you telling someone that they can't do something.
you're never going to make everybody happy. The people that think that that's controlling, and they're entitled to their own opinion, that's fine.
Agree.
But you say controlling, not you. They say controlling, but I say gender role, so to speak.
I say fuck no. Being honest, like, hey, I would never, if you tell, honestly, if I'm dating you and you want to go on a girls trip, I will dump you on the spot. You can go, but you're coming back single. Number one, I wouldn't do it because it's a respect thing. I'm not gonna go. I wouldn't even ask you. That'd be like, hey baby, me and a fella's gonna go to Miami for a week. I wouldn't do it.
And the funny thing is, those are the ones that are married.
And cheat,
Yeah.
which is fine.
So then, you can call me controlling all day, coming from the cheater. You see? I know what's what. You know,
I think
so it's okay.
You're supposed to move differently in relationships.
Of course.
You move differently.
That's why you could say what you want to say. Girls are gonna do it. The guys are gonna get whatever they want. Everybody's doing it done whether who they want or who they don't. In 2021, forget it.
The problem is
Nobody has standards anymore.
I agree with you.
So
my whole is just that people really think that, like, to me, it's really not that complicated when it comes to being with somebody. You match their energy. It's not that complicated. If there's a woman that you like and she's putting out girlfriend or wife energy, you match that. If she's putting out Megan, the hands on my knees, you match that. It's really not that complicated. I know that if I really am with somebody, I'm not going on a guy's trip, because why am I gonna go on a guy's trip? For what? There's nothing out there for me. And a lot of people are like, oh, I just can't have fun with my girls. You can have fun with your girls in the backyard. What the fuck that got to do with being in Miami? I don't understand that. But there's a lot of people these days, and men do this too, but I'm just going on a woman's end at this point where they're like, men should pick up the bill. Men should be providing. Men should be this. But then those same people will be like, I can do what I want. No, the fuck you can't. You can't have both. That's something I've been saying to you for years. And there's too many people that think they can have both. Like, dudes will get mad because they meet some girl at Tiki Bar down the shore while they were drunk, and they hook up, and then get mad because that same girl gets drunk and hooks up with somebody else. Like, that's what you signed up for, bro. I just don't get it. And that's where I feel like people go wrong.
That's being naive.
But those same women will get mad if their boyfriend or husband likes an Instagram post that a girl has. Because that's a big one for women. They hate that, right? Like, if you, say you saw a picture of somebody and you see girls on social media and you like it, or you follow somebody, right? Those same women will post a thirst trap and be like, I'm just doing it for me. That's what I'm saying. They'll get mad at a guy they're with for liking a photo and then post a thirst trap where people are going to like it. Or they'll post a thirst trap to get even. I don't believe that get even shit either. You need to get even and break up. That's the most childish shit I've ever heard in my life. And getting even. As a person who's gotten even before, it doesn't work. I've done plenty of getting even. It does fuck all. You can't teach somebody a lesson. How did I do that?
Just throwing rice at me over here.
You got married.
Wait, married over here? How fitting. Yeah, just the fact that you have to even throw Instagram in the mix. I'm over it.
It's a different era, man. All that shit
And
matters.
that's why it's hard for me to speak on this stuff, because I'm not from this era.
What the fuck do you mean you're not from this era?
I don't fit, man. Fit.
I know you don't.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I'm in the scenario I'm in,
And we all are. You might be in a different one than me, but I'm in the same one as you.
Yeah,
I don't trust any, and I've never lied to anybody about this shit. I don't trust anybody. Like, women, I don't trust you. Like, people oh, well, y'all being naive. Like, I don't give a shit. People always oh, well, you shouldn't. To me, you have to earn my trust. Like, I don't trust you if I meet you. Like, you could tell me whatever the fuck you want, but, words mean nothing, bro. Like, they never have. And I get so annoyed at people when they're like, oh, who hurt you? Like, do you not have eyes? It's not just me. Do y'all not see the shit that I see? I feel like people are just fooling themselves. And they'd rather be, blissfully ignorant. One of the things that I wish I was dumber. Because I'm not dumb. And I know the shit that people do. Men, women, whatever. I wish I was stupider. I feel like I'd be happier.
But how come we have the problem with it? There's people out there that they don't care and they're happy. Think that's stupid?
No. I don't think anybody's stupid. Your brain is your brain. I don't think you're wrong for... I think especially in our age bracket, the 28 to 35 age bracket, if you don't have trust issues and you're single in this age, you really are, you need to wake the fuck up. I get it if you're 21. I get it if you're 20, because you don't know anything yet. But at this point, If you're 28 plus, you've seen some shit. You've had to. It's impossible not to. Like, we watch people get married, divorced, affairs, like, you name it. So how can you not be like, nah, this shit ain't really valid? People don't want to believe the shit that gets thrown right in front of them because they would rather be okay with, like, living a lie. There's plenty of women out there that know that their husband cheats on them and they don't even say anything. Like, they know. And there's men out there, too, who ignore it. Like, they know. So who's stupid?
Well, that's the age-old thing. That's been going on right forever.
Yeah, but it's much more, like, prevalent now. It's easy now, man. It's so easy to cheat. It's so easy to lie. That's the biggest, and you hit it on the head before, because you said, like, all this Instagram having to be a factor. You're right. The internet was the worst invention ever made by man, but it's also the best invention, because it made the world so small that if this was 1975 and you were having an argument with your significant other, you either worked it out or you moved on. But now you got people with, like, Ashley Madison websites and shit. Like, it's too easy to, like, look elsewhere.
But it shouldn't matter, though.
That's how it worked, though. Like, you talk about gender roles, and in the 1940s, like, women had 3 options as to date anything, like, period. Because you didn't work back then, right? So you didn't have where the number one place for affairs is the workplace. So where were you going to cheat? The milkman, which became the running gag back then, or who? Who did you see? Like, who? When you went to teachers, and all the teachers were women. So who were you cheating with? Now? Women
need to be surprised.
It wasn't as easy as it is now.
Women were just always smart about it.
Women are always better cheaters than men. Because women have the ability to think cognitively and men don't. We're literal. We're stupid. So we do things in a moment of passion. Whereas women cheat, it's usually drawn out. It's a process. Women don't cheat, like, passionately. Women will find a guy, talk to them for 30 days, and then decide to sleep with them and what they're going to do about it. It's the same thing as when women break up with guys. I think I said this to you before. Women break up with you a month before they actually break up with you. It's so fucked up. A woman will dump you.
They check out.
Yes, they emotionally and physically check out. They don't want to talk to you anymore. And meanwhile, they're just figuring out an exit strategy. Whether that be start talking to someone else, whether that be, like, talking to their friend. Women will be like, you know what, I'm going to break up with them. And then be like, okay, I have to figure out the best way to do it. When men break up with somebody, they're like, fuck you, I'm out. There's no thought to it. It's a moment where you're just actually done. It's the last possible moment. I've never broken up with somebody, like, I've been in situations where, like, I don't want to be here anymore, but I didn't actually check out. Like, if I check out, I'm out. I'm not staying there. It's like when men cheat. When men cheat on women, or, like, you know, men, whatever you do. I'm not here to do all that, all right? So don't, whoever you like men, like them. But when men cheat, they go out, they meet somebody, they sleep with them. It might go on after that, but it's not a process, like... And again, stereotypically, men have affairs. Like, I'm not saying they don't, but usually when men cheat, it's just like they just cheat. Like, it's like, okay, whatever. And a lot of times when women cheat, like, it'll be some guy from work or some guy that's been friend zoned for a while, and they'll be like, let me see. And then they go on from there. I might. I know. I've been the other guy in plenty of relationships. That's why. That's what made me so messed up. I've been the other guy and I didn't know about it multiple times. I've been the other guy that hadn't known about it. But it's a process, bro. It's different. So people ask me, like, who hurt you? Like, nobody actually hurt me. I just witnessed some shit. You know what I mean? Like, nobody actually hurt me. It was just like, yo, how are you? Like, your husband's at home. Your boyfriend's at home. Crazy, bro. And it's usually the men or women who were, like, players or, like, promiscuous are the ones that are the most, because you've seen too much. You know, like, you've been in them trenches, bro. It's different. Like, when you in them trenches, it hits different, bro. So the people who usually aren't are the guys who, like, they meet one girl, they fall in love, and they give her a ring. So they don't know no better. But most people ain't valid, bro. You know what valid means, though. I know you know the word valid, but like, you get what I'm saying when I say most people ain't valid?
Being truthful.
Yeah, they'll fold. They will fold. There's a whole, like a trend on TikTok now, bro. I always go back to TikTok because it's like, there's so, like TikTok sucks, but there's so much like information you can get from it. You know there's a trend on TikTok called the loyalty test? You ever hear of it?
Yeah.
Where they get random guys to DM their girlfriends, and the girl, they'll be like, hey, how you doing? I saw you, I thought you were pretty, blah, blah, blah. Do you have a boyfriend? And the girl's like, no. And then the guy's like, yo, we have a kid together, we're married, what the fuck? Like, that's real shit, bro. That is, I'm telling you that I've been a part of that, I've witnessed it, and vice versa. There'll be women that'll do it. They'll slide in, like, can you slide in my boyfriend's DMs? And they'll DM the boyfriend, and they'll be like, hey, how you doing? I blah, blah, blah. Do you have a girlfriend? Nah. Fucking girl be right next to him, bro. You don't know. Like, I'm not, like, people call me jaded and shit. Like, I'm not jaded. I just know what the deal is. And most people, they're only as loyal as their options. Like, that's just the way it is. People don't want to believe me, but that's the way it goes. And they're like, oh, well, I've been with my husband for 20 years. Okay, so you're telling me if some 22-year-old woman comes up to your 45-year-old husband and she's, you know, physically attractive and she's like, hi, I thought you were really hot. Would you want to hang out sometime? Your 45-year-old husband who's been with the same woman for 20 some odd years is just going to deflect that shit. Most of them are not, bro. They're not. Like, they're not. Just keep it a buck, bro. Like, if you believe that shit, you're stupid.
See, but that's because a lot of people are selfish, though. Yeah?
Yeah, but I'm being realistic. I'm not telling you that it's right. I'm just telling you what it is.
That's,
yes.
You know, when you're married, you're not living for yourself anymore.
No.
You know?
No, you're a team. Yes.
So, if you're going to do something that's going to put somebody else in jeopardy, it is what it is. It happens every day. 21
Savage said this, which is a crazy analogy, but he was so right. He was talking about, he's like, yeah, I used to cheat all the time. You know how he talks. Like, I used to cheat all the time, but I don't cheat no more. And they were like, why? I think he was talking like academics or one of those guys, and he was like, it's not worth it. And they said, why? He said, if I own a house, why the fuck would I go sleep in a hotel?
That's right.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. You're thinking logically.
Right.
But that's not the reality. That's the problem. Logic and reality are not the same thing. Because to me, if I take those vows, till death do us part, that's what the fuck it means. Till death do us part. But that's not what it means, because divorce rates are at an all-time high. And if you ever want to get jaded, make friends with a divorce lawyer. You will throw up at some of the shit that goes down. Unfortunately, I have known plenty divorce lawyers over the years.
One of them I have as a client.
Talk to them about the situations that they get put in.
I hear them all.
How many married divorce lawyers are there?
He's actually married.
I bet his prenup is iron-bound. I bet that shit is airtight. And the fact that you have to sign a paper to sign a paper, so it just shows you. People didn't sign prenups in the 40s, bro. The 70s hit after the baby boom, and the dual parent household became a thing. Both parents worked for the most part.
Yep.
That's when shit started to go left.
When they started burning them bras, bro, it was over.
Oh, God, you sound terrible when you say
For
that
real.
shit. I get what you're saying, but I'm okay with that. Like, I grew up in a household where both my parents worked, and it wasn't like that. I just feel like if you take the vows, take the fucking vows. Like, mean it.
Yeah, but you can't use your parents, you know.
No, you're right. I'm not just, I don't think it has to do with the independent thing. I just think it has to do with, it just became too easy to back out. I feel like women should have always had the ability to work and do all that shit. Yeah,
exactly.
That's what I just did. But like, the problem came where it's so easy now to back out. It's so easy, bro. Like, marriage was never an easy thing. But now it's so easy to get out of it that no one cares. You know, like, most men are not going to leave their wife or their girlfriend unless there's someone else there. And most women do the same shit. Like, people leave because there's somebody else there already. They have a new boyfriend, a new girlfriend, new husband, in a week. You think that person wasn't already there? Come on, man.
But also, there's nothing that keeps these people bounded to each other.
The vows you took should be enough.
They're just words.
I agree with you. That's why words do nothing for me.
That's why back in the day, people needed each other. When you take away that need, you can run wild.
Well, divorces back then were like if you were no one even looked at you if you had a divorce.
On top of everything else, correct.
You were looked at like you had like webbed feet.
That's right. Today, there's no role today.
It's not about the role to me. I get what you're saying.
It is, though.
I look.
It's a free-for-all. It's what it is.
I agree. I agree with that. Yes, it is a free-for-all. Yes. I agree.
So from the get-go, that's it.
I agree. There's a lot.
A girl is a guy today.
And a guy is a girl.
Correct. So where are you going with that?
If you want to say it that way.
So where are we?
100%.
So where are we going?
Nowhere.
Exactly.
If you're saying it like that, then the guy is a girl.
Correct.
Yes, because these dudes be out here crying and shit.
There you go. And a lot more than crying.
You get what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. They're like Bobby V and shit.
Yep. So how do you expect anything to work?
I don't.
Right.
That's why I am where I am.
Exactly.
That brings me back to square
100%.
one. I'm not jaded. I'm realistic.
That's right. That's right.
But
so the answer, we got the answers.
What, everybody sucks?
That's right.
What does that mean?
That's exactly what it is.
You guys all suck?
That's right.
So everybody sucks.
That's it.
So no marriage.
95%. How can you get married?
So now you sound like me.
You don't even know who or what you're marrying anymore. I hate to tell you that. And yes, that's what I mean. Well, it's what it... Well, this is where we are. You gotta talk about that.
Do you mean like...
Yeah.
That's not true.
Oh, here he goes. All right, talk to me in 4 years.
What does that mean?
Do you know who,
Sacagawea? Tonto? Pemmican Man?
Cheer to the ground. Yeah, you're Lee Corso.
No, right.
You are Lee Corso.
Because he's like...
You need like a beehead.
No,
yeah.
it's the pencil.
Never mind. I was going to say something.
Yeah, I'd say it.
Nah, I can't say it.
I know you can't.
Nah, I can't do it.
Because you're not allowed to say
I'm not allowed. No, I am allowed. I'm not doing it.
watch this.
Exactly.
Because that's not what it is.
No, that's what it is.
No, it's not.
You throw that in the mix, forget about it. Nobody knows what's what anymore.
How do you... Do you know? Do you know what's what?
Of course I do.
Then what do you mean? You know. So
I know, but nobody else knows.
I know.
We're in this scenario.
You know what's there.
I do, yeah.
I know what's there.
Sure, you do.
A lot of people know what's there.
No.
No,
you're wrong.
See, I think they know. They just... That's what they like.
American Horror Story. Yeah.
Nah, I'm not going there.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, that's different. That's just calling the shots. That's where we're at.
Nah, because they like...
Yeah. There you go. Those are the people making...
Speaking of which...
Calling the shots.
Speaking of which... Mm-hmm. Do you know Lil Nas X?
Heard of him.
Did you know he posted a picture today where he said that he's pregnant and he has like a belly? Good.
He probably is pregnant.
He can't be.
Well, there you go.
I think it was
you just made my point.
But like Lil Boosie got mad and he put this... By the way, Lil Boosie's probably the most homophobic person I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It's so, like, some of the shit he wrote. He posted a picture of Lil Nas X, which I think it's funny because that song Old Town Road, like, I don't know why people didn't understand it. Like, that, like, was kind of sus in the first place. But why do people care so much that he's gay?
I don't know. People have a beef with that.
I don't get it.
Old Town Road was sus? It's a road.
Yeah, he's gonna take it down Old Town. He's gonna ride till and like honestly, like just the way that I got a vibe from it from the beginning, but I don't care. I never understood that whole thing. Like I don't understand why people are so like weird about like. Somebody made a point to that he had no music with. There's no men on his album, and people were mad at that because they said men wouldn't work with him or something. I don't know. The world's weird now.
That's right.
I don't understand all that. Like, why can't we all just get along? One day. But
I don't know.
I feel like there's bigger things in the world to worry about than who like somebody likes. This is a stupid thing. Whatever though.
So a man can marry who he wants? Is that what you said?
As long as there's two consenting humans, yeah.
Oh.
You don't agree with that?
I don't know.
So who are you to say who someone can't love or like? You know what I mean? Like if it's just two consenting adults. Yeah. I'm repeating that because there's certain people.
Well, American Horror Story, yeah.
Well, also Robert Kelly.
Right.
Like,
well, do you have your passport?
He's disgusting, bro.
Did you get your shots?
Stop. He disgusts me. Like, he's disgusting. Disgusting. There was a thing that came out that he had like a wrestling room.
Yeah.
I can't. I'll throw up. I don't even want to think about it.
What?
As long as there are two consenting adults, I don't care if you're a man, a woman, and a trans woman, or I don't give a shit. I don't.
The transcontinental, what is it?
Railroad?
Yeah, there it is, yeah.
Look. That whole trans thing, I don't understand that either. I've said this to you probably 1,000 times. People want to act all funny when it comes to trans women, but there's hundreds, if not thousands, of trans women that have plenty of guys trying to talk to them, so somebody's lying. And it ain't them. Do you know who Jeffree Star is?
No.
Jeffree Star's a makeup artist, like a guy, but he's a YouTuber, so on and so forth. He's a man. Like, he's not even transgender, but he's like, you know, kind of feminine. He's the makeup, and he wears like, you know, like the hot pants and, you know, that shit. Long story short, he did an interview last year where people were asking, he said that there's like dozens of professional athletes that DM him regularly to trying to like hook up with him. Do you think he's lying? I don't.
Well, it's easy to prove, huh?
He said he would never out them, probably for his own safety, I think he said, but that's not even the point. Like, do you think he's lying?
Probably not.
No, I don't think there's no cap in that. None. And I've always said this, to me, the most phobic people, whether you don't like a race of someone or a gender or like 9 times out of 10, you're projecting. You're doing that because you actually do like it. I believe that. Some of the most racist people I've ever met have tried to sleep with people of the opposite, whatever. Homophobic, you name it. Transphobic, you name it. Those be the same ones. Greg McConnell. It's from a movie. Those be the ones, bro. The ones that are just like, you know, live and let live. Usually not it. But when you're like, oh, I would never. Like, any dude who sits here and tells me that they haven't saw a woman who's transgender that they're like, wow, she's actually attractive is a fucking liar. I didn't say you'd sleep with them. I said that they're like, are physically, because they look like women. How can you not think that someone that looks like a woman is attractive? Doesn't mean you touch or sleep with anybody. Just period. If you tell me that, you're lying. Flat out lying. And if you go on TikTok, there's a lot of dudes on there that's like you. But
you can tell, though.
What do you mean you can tell?
You can tell if they're a guy or a girl.
A trans woman is a woman.
Yeah, but you can know if they were a guy already.
I don't believe that.
Sure you can.
No.
You can tell.
Not always. If you take a glance at somebody, it's a video, 5 seconds, a picture, whatever, you can't tell right off the bat. Now, if you had a conversation...
They
or like,
overdo it a lot. You know what I'm saying?
So if a woman comes off too much like a woman, she's not a woman.
Yeah, as bad as that is. No, not always, but that's a big telltale sign. Absolutely. Yep, because girls don't do that.
Wear makeup?
No, they wear makeup, but they wear it different.
Like a woman?
No, it's a certain swag. It's just hard. Maybe it's a vibe or something.
I don't know. I feel
you
like
can tell.
It's the same thing as if being a man and saying like, you can't say that another man is a good-looking guy. There's a difference between saying someone's good-looking and being attracted to them.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like people are like, oh, I ain't never looked at no dude like that. No one ever said you did. Like, chill the fuck out. And there's
Are you
people
saying that's the same thing? It's
yeah. Like, just because I see someone who's trans and I'm like, you know, they're pretty, doesn't mean I want them. It's not the same thing. That's not me being like, oh man, damn, let me... No, but I don't see the problem. Like, to me, they're women. They look like women. They do things like women. They act like they're women.
No.
Stop. What do you mean?
Because they're not.
Yes, they are. A trans woman is a woman. It's like a Venn diagram. They might
What?
It's like a Venn diagram. A trans woman is a woman.
How?
They identify as being a woman. They are women. What do you mean? There's no how to that.
No. You know that's not what it is.
I do think that's what it is.
No, you don't.
I do.
No way.
I do. They're not a cross-dresser. A cross-dresser is a man who dresses up like a woman. That's not what a transgender woman is. They're women. It's not the same thing. They're women. Yeah, as much as people don't, they are women. They refer to themselves as women. They are women. You really don't believe that.
No, I don't. Because it's not what it is.
How is it not? Are you going to hit me with the whole if you were born a man, born a woman thing? Is that what you're going to tell me?
It's actually very simple.
Not really.
It's so simple. Yeah. No, it is.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah. No, it's simple.
That's not how it works, in my opinion.
Says who?
Them?
No.
I don't understand. I don't.
No, I understand if you feel like it should be a certain way, but that's not what it is.
Trans women are women. They might not be cis, which is the term they use. Which
Ooh.
is a cis woman and a cis man is a person who was born a man. A transgender woman, they're under the same umbrella, though. I know it gets confusing because people don't want to think about this stuff, but I would never refer to a transgender woman as a he, because they're not men. They're women.
Oh, that's another subject. How you're going to refer to them. That, you know, if
Isn't that how it was?
if somebody's name is Pedro, but they want to be called Vinny, you're going to call him Vinny. Correct? I mean, what's to dissect here?
Because a transgender woman might be a naturally born male, but they're still a transgender woman. It's not the same thing.
What?
What is the problem with that? That's what transgender means. It's a literal definition of it. You are transgender. You're transitioning from one gender to the other. I don't get it. Like, that's what a transgender woman is. And who am I to tell somebody what they are? I get this whole stupid DNA thing, but I don't know. Autism is different. Forget it. I opened up Pandora's box. Let me tell you, this guy wants to fucking lay.
This guy-
He wants to lay into this fucking topic.
You baffle me.
Why?
You know why.
I don't get it. I don't.
You do get it. He gets it.
Okay, so if you're,
I said sis?
that's the thing.
Sistine Chapel?
No, it's
What are you
called
doing to me over
the,
here?
really never heard of that.
No.
God.
You have a sis, I have 3 of them.
Epididymis?
Hey, stop, that's a problem. That's a big problem, God forbid. How come?
So,
I'm gonna go to the doctor.
I've been dying for 10 years. It sucks. But,
Forget it.
so you really like?
Yeah, no way.
What do you mean? No way!
Come on, anybody can. You can say anything. At that point, you can say anything. Wait, what are we doing here? I can't take this guy. That's right. In 10 years, he's gonna be all right.
Not on this topic.
Well, it has to be though.
What do you mean it has to be?
There is no other way. You can say anything.
What do you mean you can say anything?
You exactly.
I can't say that I'm a Coca-Cola.
You absolutely you can. If you want to be Dave Bottle, I'll call you Davey Bottle.
That's not the same thing.
It's actually spot on.
So if you were born homosexual, right?
What?
So
Listening?
gay people in general have said they've always known that they were gay.
Okay.
From the day they were to the day they could think, they
right.
always knew something was different about themselves.
Great.
You're such a fuckhead.
No, I'm listening. I'm with you.
If you talk to transgender people, it's usually the same thing. They felt like they were born in.
No, correct. But feeling something and physically being something are 2 different things.
Yes, but they are physically a woman. They're not
Correct.
cross-dressers.
Correct.
But so it's the same thing to me.
What is?
Being transgender, they always grow. It's almost like feeling like you were born like with a birth defect. Like they feel like they were not born the right gender. Like
How do you feel a gender?
I don't know. I've never been one. I'm not transgender. I can't tell you what that feels
You're very good at speaking on other things.
Because I try to put myself in other people's shoes.
Correct.
Which is why I don't tell anyone they're right or wrong.
Correct.
So,
but that's why
I would have
no moral compass here.
So
if you feel a certain way, that's God bless.
Then
feel however you want.
But why are they millions of people who feel the same way? Like,
but there's no beef with that. There's no beef in anything.
So your beef is just with.
I don't have a beef.
Okay,
so generally, I can
your dilemma, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is that you just feel like they're wording it wrong. Like they're not women. That's your problem. Because
no, but there is no right and wrong.
Or men. Because there's trans men too. No.
I mean, I guess.
Yes, but they say that they like.
Correct. They say.
But if you talk to a woman, a trans trans man,
correct,
they will be like, "Why? I'm a woman." They don't say that they're like born a woman.
No, and I don't. That's great. You know, like say it. I mean, you know.
So how can they say something and believe something and feel something? You recognize them as something, but they're not that.
Well, because it's the physicality of it speaks for itself.
What do you mean, like DNA, chromosomes?
Who got it wrong then?
So you mean chromosomes?
For starters,
X and XY chromosome.
Correct.
You were born with genitalia.
Correct.
So that's.
Isn't that how it goes, though?
I don't know. For someone who doesn't believe in science only when they need to believe in science, it doesn't make sense.
Who doesn't believe in science?
You.
How don't I believe in science? What do you mean?
I mean, 48 different ways.
Give me one.
I can't say it.
Give me one. I'll do this till tomorrow, 5 o'clock.
What happens at 5?
Is that the 10. Game? That's when the adrenochrome happens. When don't I believe in science? With Anthony Fauci?
There you go.
Where's the science?
He uses science.
How? He changed his mind in emails. Don't get me, please. This actually, that's not even science. If you have eyes, you can see this. The doctor writes it on the thing. I don't understand. That's penmanship. That's science. I can't believe that you believe in science and don't understand this.
I do believe in science.
I know.
So what do you mean?
That this is hard for you?
Because the brain is more powerful than anything.
And?
That is what determines this. That's why, again, do you understand what cis means? Because you keep saying Sistine Chapel.
No.
Naturally born. They are not a naturally born woman. They are a transgender woman. But a transgender woman...
But what defines gender?
Transgender!
Correct.
You're missing the big word.
But it's words.
Oh, Christ.
It's words. Again, you can say you're anything.
People say cis woman. Again, going back to square one again. Let's just Tarantino this thing. A cis woman is a naturally born woman. You were born a woman. You are a woman as a cis woman, right?
Right.
A transgender woman is a woman who was not born a natural woman, but has since transitioned to that gender. They're still under the umbrella of women. There are cis women, there are trans women. Venn diagram that shit. They're all women. That's you keep using the term like they weren't naturally born. No, they don't identify as being a naturally born woman.
Look, I don't care what you identify as, though. Do you understand?
No.
How do you not get that?
Trans woman is a woman. They're women.
How?
So when I see someone who was born a woman, who now has a beard and pectoral muscles.
Correct.
How can you not say that that's... Have you ever seen a trans man? They look like me.
Correct.
They literally look like me. Fine. Beards, testosterone, fine. Testicles.
Great, but you're not going to trick life, though.
Because they're not a cis man. They're not trying to trick life.
Fine.
Okay, but it still means you're a trans man. If you're someone who can grow a fucking beard, you're either Italian or you're a trans.
Correct. Did you grow it naturally?
You took testosterone.
There you go.
So, men take testosterone.
Fine. Exactly.
So if you're a woman and you take estrogen for 5 fucking years and you now can grow breasts.
Yep.
You're not a woman.
No.
With natural boobs.
They weren't natural. You took something.
Okay, I'm not natural because I lifted weights and grew muscles. I took something.
What?
Celtec.
What?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I don't get it.
You didn't take Celtec and grow a gill.
I can't.
No, exactly. Then you would be you identify as a fish?
You're talking about transitioning to something that's not human. That's like me being like, I'm a camera. I can be a camera.
Yeah, good.
Men and women are humans!
Say anything you'd like.
Oh, Christ. Men and women are humans.
Correct.
We're all Homo sapiens.
Right.
I can't make myself become a fucking shark. I'm not a fucking fish.
Not yet. Not yet.
So you're saying that what, Fauci's gonna give you...
Probably. He's gonna go, look, if you want to be a shark,
How do you turn him into that?
he's Marge Simpson.
He
That's what
also
he is.
does our taxes.
100%.
That's what you
100%. Anthony Fauci doesn't believe Anthony Fauci. I mean, let's be honest.
I feel like this guy's just public enemy number one for some of you people.
Yeah, well, because he's the spokesman. Go on the CDC website. There's a zombie apocalypse.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. That is true.
I know
That's
it's
100% true.
Yeah, why?
Yes.
Why?
That's 100%
Why?
true. I don't know.
There you go.
Why?
You tell me.
What does that mean?
There you go.
That is true.
That's
I
the
found
answer to everything.
That. I found that though. That is hilarious.
I know.
That there is actually like
Why?
a manual.
Correct.
For what to do
In
with
case zombies come, meet up with your family. That's what it says.
Okay, so you're one of those people who thinks they should take like a fucking cow dewormer if you have COVID.
Who?
You never heard of ivermectin?
No, I don't pay attention to that.
Okay, well
It's
ivermectin.
nonsense.
Ivermectin is an anti-parasitic ointment / medication
Okay.
that there's a large group of people who believe that is the actual cure for COVID.
Okay. Why would they say this?
You know how shit goes. I don't know where it started. I just know it exists now. Joe Rogan got it this past week
Yeah, I heard about it.
and said that he took ivermectin.
And he feels great after 2 days. He was like, guys, I feel great after 3 days.
So now there's a legion of people who also are looking for it, and you can't find it in a lot of stores now. So there's people out there who believe that vaccines don't work, but they're going to take fucking dewormer.
I guess people feel like...
That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. If you don't want to take the vaccine, don't take the vaccine. Don't take dewormer instead, though. It's an anti-parasitic. You have a virus. There's no cure for a virus. That's the kind of how viruses work. Known cure to a virus. So you're taking a dewormer because Joe Rogan took one and all kinds of other shit because Joe Rogan has a
He's
team.
your sheep.
He's a fucking millionaire. What was the one last year? Right? The orange guy took?
Oh, no, he said it. He's got his vaccine.
No, I know.
Oh, yeah.
They
He said, I
boot
took my vaccine.
boot
We've
him.
got your freedoms.
They boot him.
Yeah. No.
But last year he took, what was it?
What is it called? Chloroquine.
Hydrochloroquine. Right?
Right.
And he said take that instead. He also said at one point you could shine a light
Right.
and to drink Lysol.
No, he said it would be great if we can go inside. Go inside with Clorox or something.
He said you could, what if there's a light? He said that.
Yeah.
We could shine a light.
That's right.
And people believe him.
Well,
But they won't believe a doctor.
there you go. Well, how could you believe a doctor that forget about it? How are you going to believe Fauci?
If you can believe you can take...
There's a zombie apocalypse on the
So you'll
CDC
believe
website.
fucking Joe Rogan.
I got news for you. I won't. I don't know who to believe anymore. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't today. And that's how
So if you get sick...
They won't.
So if you get sick, do you call a
I
doctor?
have a good doctor.
He still studied the same place that Fauci.
Ah, he's from Israel. He's got a little different. No, he is. They're different. They have a different practice. My doctor did not mention to me the vaccine.
He still has a license to practice medicine.
Sure, absolutely.
In the United States.
Correct.
Which means that he had to have studied medicine here.
Right. He studied in Italy.
He still studied medicine here. Had to.
Sure.
If you have practiced medicine in the
Sure.
United
Jewish guy speaks fluent Italian.
that's fine. He still studied
He's
medicine.
like, cosa dice, come se va?
He still
That's how he sounds.
studied medicine here.
Sure.
At the end of the day, you can say whatever you want to.
Right.
He studied
But
medicine.
not every doctor practices in the same way.
Of course, because medicine is the most subjective thing in the world.
Correct.
So you don't trust the... God.
Do you trust every trainers? Do you trust every trainer?
I don't trust anybody.
Okay. You trust people.
Not many.
You trust your doctor?
No.
All right, so what are we talking about?
I don't trust doctors, though. I do trust certain
You don't
things.
trust Anthony Fauci. Look at him.
About taking a vaccine.
About any of it.
Vaccines work.
He's like, look, don't use the mask.
Again.
And then next day he's like, wait, look, use the mask, but put it over your eyeball. And then
He never said
he said that. And then he's like, look, take the mask outside, but don't put it on.
He never said
Put it in your pocket.
He never said that.
Might as well say that.
You make him sound like he's doing our taxes.
Because he is doing, he's a better accountant than he is a CDC guy. He's connected to them all. Come on, you know what it is.
He's not a bad
Cut it
guy.
out. I don't know him personally. I can't speak on that. All I know is that Rand Paul owned him. He did own him.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro too, right?
Oh, Ben Shapiro, smart guy. But I didn't see that. But Rand Paul got him.
Ben Shapiro's a smart guy.
He's a smart guy. Cool. You don't have to agree with him. He's a smart man.
To define intelligent, then. He's the king of straw man arguments. He literally will bring up another point to make his point come home. Period. Just because someone speaks with emphasis and says things like this does not make them smart. I'm not saying he's dumb, but I don't think he's the end-all be-all. Don't get me started.
No, of course not.
You trust Ben Shapiro, but not Fauci.
Where did I say I trust Ben Shapiro?
You just said he's a smart guy.
I said he's a smart
but
guy.
Fauci's not.
Fauci's definitely a smart guy to get where he got. But is the guy selling snake oil? Absolutely.
Vaccines are snake.
The difference is Ben Shapiro is not profiting off of this.
Yes,
If he is, how? Ben Shapiro?
The countless podcasts and
No,
shit that he
off
makes.
directly. He's not making money off the vaccines.
Fauci is.
100%.
So Fauci's getting money from.
Oh, forget it. You kidding me? The guy's linked to it all.
I want Fauci to become this guy.
No, I feel bad for Fauci because he's, because he's the scapegoat. It's not right what they do to the guy.
Somehow he's made it to be in charge in
No, not
two
somehow.
administrations.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about Pfizer?
What about it?
They're making a lot of money, aren't they?
Let me ask you this. Did you ever get the tetanus shot?
Yes.
What company gave you the tetanus shot?
I don't fucking remember.
Nobody knows.
Okay.
How come everybody knows about what? It's like what team you're a part of. Did you get the Pfizer? Did you get the Moderna? Did you get the Johnson & Johnson?
Because no one gives a shit about tetanus. It's been around
No,
for
that's
years.
not the case. It's because it's a business.
No one gives it. Of course it's a business.
So that's the bottom line. And
Yeah.
Fauci is hand over fist, baby.
What was Pfizer known for before this?
Viagra.
Viagra.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was Viagra originally intended to be?
Heart medication.
Blood pressure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the side effects were that people realized they had boners.
Getting hard-ons. Yeah.
So they used it as boner
I
meds.
know. Listen to me. I know what's what.
Do vaccines work?
Sure. Absolutely they
But
work.
not these.
I don't know. They're working so far, but I tell you what.
I mean, but
This is a different vaccine than...
Oscar De La Hoya is in the hospital right
This
now.
is a different vaccine than the norm. You know that.
It was rushed. It was rushed. We were like familiar with the SARS virus, which is what COVID-19 is under the umbrella of SARS. Like, is it perfect? Probably not. Is it better than nothing?
Probably.
I disagree.
You don't think so?
No, because most vaccinated people don't end up in hospital beds dying, and most of the people that are still in hospital beds are people who haven't been vaccinated. It's like not a lie.
No, but the people that are vaccinated aren't dying.
People who aren't vaccinated
Are vaccinated aren't dying.
Yes, because they're vaccinated.
Correct.
Because your body has more of a way to fight it.
Correct.
Yes, that's how vaccines work.
Yes.
Just because you get the flu vaccine doesn't mean you don't get the flu.
Right, but you're not getting injected with the COVID virus.
What do you think they're injecting you with? Snake oil?
It's mRNA. It's different.
Myrna.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's gene therapy. You're not getting a dead version of the virus.
Okay.
Yeah. 100%.
All three work the same way.
All three. Yeah, exactly.
Where did you get this information from?
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
So if I look up...
Do it! Why do you do this to me?
Okay.
That's why there's no herd immunity. That's why people are still contracting the virus with the shot.
What does that mean?
You'll see.
What does that mean?
You'll see.
No, when what you
They're
just
going to
said...
say it better than I can. Just
What-
look up mRNA.
What did you just say? What did you
Just square.
But what did you just say?
I said that's why people are still with the shot. It's not a prevention. It's masking symptoms. If that makes sense. Your body's not learning how to fight it. It's like wicking away the virus, as stupid as that sounds.
It's wicking.
Yeah, it's like dry
fracking.
Yeah.
I just feel like people look for
Look up mRNA.
I understand what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
What are you saying?
Moderna creates the most antibodies of the 3 vaccines. That's why I believe what's happening is people are getting the shot and the people are developing autoimmune diseases because the vaccine. Listen to me. This is how it's going to go. I'm going to give it to you right now. The vaccine is either going to be the greatest thing ever invented or the worst thing ever invented. Because if this vaccine actually does what it's supposed to do, it's going to cure everything. Because it's going to teach your immune system how to fight not just COVID, but cancers, diabetes, all these things, because it's an immunotherapy. It changes how your immune system fights things. That's what the mRNA vaccine is. They were going to do it with AIDS or something. I think even AIDS did it. That's why it's so new and people are like, oh, what's in it? What's in it? That's what it does. They should label it, it's not your normal vaccination. Like the flu gives you a dead version of the flu virus. Your body learns how to fight it, you move on. This is not that. The only problem is, what's going to happen with this is it's going to turn into what's called Marek's disease.
Plays for Manchester City.
Yeah, good Polish guy. Marek, yeah. I'm telling you.
It's actually Algerian.
Same idea. Well, he was at Midland Brewhouse. But, I'm telling you.
What are you telling me?
Marek's disease, God forbid. It's going to come to the point, and you can mark my words.
So we're going to turn into zombies.
It's going to... You take that up with the CDC. All of a sudden, the CDC is a bunch of comedians over there.
Land of the Dead.
Yeah, Land of the Dead. Why do you think there's 50 million zombie movies since 2005? Because they're getting you ready. Why are you making me say this? Anyway, that's what the mRNA is. And you're going to run into a point where in 2 years...
What does mRNA stand for?
You're either going to get some kind of replication. You're either going to get...
mRNA stands for messenger RNA.
Right.
Yes.
You're either going to get a scenario where if you don't take the virus, you die. Because there's going to be a super virus that's going to be developed in 2 to 3 years. The virus is real. 100,000%.
I didn't tell you that's real.
In 2 years, it's going to get very real. You're going to get Delta, Schmelta, Felta, Gefilte.
Delta's right here.
You're going to get the Gefilte variant. And when the Gefilte comes, I got it. You better get... That's why you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
There's already one called, like, Mu now.
Yeah.
MU.
Right.
Apparently, it's actually vaccine...
immune. Anti... Yeah,
work.
of course. That's why you're going to have to go every 6 months, every year.
I mean, don't you have to take... But the viruses evolve. That's kind of how...
Correct. No, they do evolve, but usually viruses don't evolve. They don't get
Do you have to take
deadlier.
Don't you have to take the flu vaccine every year?
Well, I don't take it.
But don't
Technically speaking, yes.
Like, if you're going to do it.
Absolutely.
I don't...
But that's another thing. Is it like the flu then, or is it not like the flu? You know, like everybody says in one thing it is the flu, another thing is not the flu.
As a person who's had both, it's definitely not like the flu. You're immune, so it's different. You are herd immunity.
You heard? That's what I'm saying.
That's what you are.
Listen, just stick with me. Yeah, I know.
I mean, I almost had it already. Just stick with
I
it.
have one of these.
All right, listen.
I think I have one of these.
I'm gonna take
the mRNA.
He's gonna take.
Bro.
This guy's.
Women get who they want, guys don't.
All right, listen. Riboflavin over here.
This guy's Billy Rubin. What? What are you gonna say?
You're riboflavin.
Yeah,
that's all.
That's good. You're deoxyribonucleic acid.
DNA.
Good for you. Yeah,
that's what DNA is.
Absolutely, it does.
Your mitochondria.
Powerhouse of the cell, baby.
Why is that the only thing everyone ever remembers about?
Because that's all it is.
Well, what did mitochondria do other than being the powerhouse?
It was only role.
But what did that mean?
You can't mess with it.
No one knows.
Simple.
No, but no one knows.
Because mitochondria.
He should know.
Fantastic. Listen, stick with me.
This guy, we're gonna go watch CNN and Fox News now.
Yeah, forget about it.
And
Wolf Blitzer.
Glad you guys enjoyed it.
Look, if you're gonna get your mRNA, that's it.
What you just said?
mRNA vaccinations. That's it.
It creates a lipoprotein.
Yeah, it does. Spike proteins, bro. That's what they're doing.
That's what I do. I take Hydro away.
That's it. You're Misty May. Spike.
I take nitro tech. Same thing, isn't it?
Salute. Nano Vapor. Neurocore.
I don't think they make nano vapor.
Nah.
Anyway, it's been real. I promise this time I won't upload a 20-minute what?
They don't know the conversation that's going to happen after this.
No.
You guys are missing
really
the real
yeah,
podcast. Right. I hate to break the news to you, but that's what.
Forget it.
Catch you in the other room.
Forget it. You guys have no idea.
Jimmy, tell you.
Should live stream that. You guys have no idea.
You should.
People need to leave me the fuck alone, though.
I know.
How much more can I take besides
Nah,
that?
you think. What is this? Fish food? What is this?
It's Tony Shashers.
It's fish food.
You never had Tony Shasheries, bro?
No, absolutely not. Chevrolet.
Every black person watching this knows who Tony Shasher is.
No. Looks like Chef Boyardee.
You ain't dating black girls then.
Nope.
I'm gonna tell you.
I feed them. They don't feed me. I feed them. Walked right into that.
All right, listen. The toothpaste is gonna get out of here.
Hey, salute Colgate.
It's all been good. We're gonna continue this conversation. Anyway, all that good stuff.
You guys are gonna miss it, man.
Yeah, have a string bean. Hand signs YouTube, all that shit.